Okay, good morning, everybody. Uh, had a late live game last night. I think finished till relatively early this morning, and then cooled down with with a couple of ring games, the 3 ring games, and then this morning we've been out playing a bit of soft tennis and then table tennis. Oh, we've called by mistake pressing buttons. We don't want a flat call in a floating a 3-7 off for sure. Okay, let's get the streams up and running. Everything's all good. Happy days. Oh, easy fold. Let me know what we're doing in there. We're quite deep with Queen 3. We're going to play him for a flush draw. See where we're at. Aussie flop. Getting really cheap with a relatively just a min raise. Easy call. Backdoor straight. No flush. Look, and we're out. We can go ace-x, pocket pair, anything there really, can't we? Everything has us beat on the board. So, might as well talk about stack sizes today, because I feel like people sort of play the same way depending on, it doesn't matter whether it's the start, medium, or end of the tournament, or whether they're sitting deep with 100 big blind plus, or they're medium, say at 70s, or short at 30s, And I think people are just playing the same run outs each time. I don't know how comes the pot was so big on that anyway. I don't know what happened there. We must have called some sort of weird big bet then. Anyway, it's a low stakes game, so I'm not too fussed about messing up any play or bad calls or anything like that really. We were only in for $1.10, which is around about 90 pence. I think I've got that in the change jar next to me here. So yeah, look, faraway money really is what we're talking about. And when we're playing tournaments like this, we've got to put the players, we've got to put, let's say 70-80% of these players are novices and just don't play the game because they're playing a short, low stakes game that should take them, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours. So are they playing it for training? Is it a bank builder? Is it training? Where are they with the game? Is it just having fun? Just coming to play a game of poker because they play home games a lot and they're trying to hone their skills a little bit? Or they really fancy themselves to win some of the £100 guaranteed in prize money? They're trying to build a bank balance or something, and we don't know who we're facing. And with that said, the hand ranges can vary considerably, and until we get a tails on people, we've got to assume that they're playing any 2 cards. Literally any 2 cards. Someone had it in the game the other day. The guy was just shouting out any two, and just going all in. It's the same. He wasn't in the tournament very long, but yeah, it was quite fun watching. If anyone's got any that they want to share, please share. Let us know. We've got a 5-minute break going on. It's the same, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going back to stack sizes and that. If you're sitting deep and you know like 75 bigs and plus is considered deep in my understanding, and it means that you've got some play in you. You can call in lightly, you can limp into pots, you can float to relatively small raises with working cards is how I look at it. You know, like the 9-8 suited and the 5-6 suited, and you know these suited connected cards that have some good outs to them. Good range of Broadway connectors. A lot of suited paint cards, so you know all your ace-X's down to two, ace-2 suited, and the same with the kings, king-2 suited. Why not? Let's jam it in there. Um, the best thing to do with them, sort of with these mediocre hands and also all your hands really, and especially at the start of a tournament, is to polarize that betting so that people don't get a tell on you whether it's a good hand or a bad hand, or should we say a premium hand or non-premium hand or semi-premium hand. You know, you don't want to give a tell away. So the best thing to do is, if you know, like the other thing as well is with polarization of betting, you don't want to get caught in some situations where it can cost you more big blinds. So, for instance, under the gun with a 9-8 suited, there's a very likelihood that there's a much likelihood that you're going to get raised on that open. So opening in a limp or opening with a min raise can be acceptable when you're deep stacked, because what you're enticing, someone's going to come over the top of you. They're going to go 3 bigs, 4 bigs, 5 bigs, whatever. But it means that you've only got to put in another 4 big blinds, which isn't great. You know, it isn't big numbers when you're talking. You've got 128 of them or whatever. So it's an easy call for you. You know, you've already committed some chips already. You know, so it's something that you can easily go on to the, you know, make some big hands out of them sort of card combinations. Right, so got into a tight spot at the weekend whereby we got onto a straighting board, no flush draw. I had top 2 pair on it, and I've got a straight draw to the board, and then one card that would complete for another person with another set of cards come on, and the person opposite me had been just betting serially down to the river, come to the river card, and they jammed on me. Now it put my whole tournament in jeopardy, and I ended up folding the position where I had top 2 pair on the board that had straighted out on the river, and they then showed me bottom 2 pair, and you know, it was a friendly game where people were laughing and saying, "Oh, great call, Dan," and you know, which is in my understanding, I thought it was a good call. Whether she had it or not, I couldn't risk my whole tournament on it, so I ended up folding the position and going down to a half stack, small short stack position in the game. But it meant I wasn't out of the game, and it meant I could then fight some other hands or whatever. But it did tilt my game a little bit because I just struggled playing women. To me, she had it. She had that straight. There was no question of it. She had the straight and the turn, and she was just milking it. And I didn't get the right read, and yeah, it cost me dearly. But still remained in the tournament. She did outplay me in the tournament. I think she went out in 6th and I went out in 8th. So yeah, it was a bit of a. It would have been the other way round if not gone on to better, greater things. But there you go. That's poker for you. What's does anyone think that the ranges of cards have changed in 2025? You know, has more aggression come into the game since, you know, since last year or the year before, or even going back to something like 2015? You know, going back 10 years. What changed in the game then? Live versus online adjustments of people. You know, this for the hybrid player. You know, like in live play, it's very easy to represent, and it feels more, doesn't it? You know, when someone puts in a lot of money that's real cash, as such, in that situation, or it's in the tournament situation. You know, you've driven 2 hours to get to this place, so you don't really want to be driving 2 hours home straight away. You know, like where's the ranges these days? I don't think they've gotten any tighter. I believe they're very much on a hybrid GTO hybrid range system these days. What we got left down there? Break just coming to an end now. Yeah. So has anyone got any adjustment ideas and whatnot? So to not jumping back and forwards in conversation, stack size strategies. So when deep in chips, and you've got 100 big blinds plus, 120 big blinds plus, you can be very speculative on cards. There's a lot of spots that you wouldn't normally open. You can now probably open. Um, you know, like I don't know, something like a Jack Nine suited. Not a great hand, not a very powerful hand. Certain positions very weak, but worth a play. Sometimes I'm going to check that board in. We've had a check to us. Bet in. Freeze of the pot. About a third. There's a continuation turn bet, that is, rather than a continuation flop bet. Now I feel like we're blocking that straight. I mean, wouldn't the ace king there re-raise us? I think we're going to go 70. Let's go pot. Let's just pot it up. I think we've got the best hand. Yeah. Yeah, so exploitable versus a GTO play. You know, how do you think in terms of ranges there, and not just hands? You know, like when getting into a hand with somebody, what range do you have them in the position they're playing? What would they open in that early position under the gun? What would they open in a late position button or whatever? You know, and you want to try and get an idea of the player. So sometimes you have to make terrible bad calls in early parts of a tournament because you're not really giving up too many chips to get that information, that prize bit of information. You know, whether it's an extra one big blind on the river or two or three or whatever, because they know, they've either got the nuts or they haven't. They're either bluffing or they're not. They've got bottom pair or they've got two pair or they've got some straight draw or something's gone on the way down the hand, and you need that amazing snippet of information that you can then piece together into the rest of the gameplay. And look, it's a common practice for most rec players, most even pro players that they come out. You know, let's say ace king, the boards come down at 7-7-10 board. You know, the ace king will bet into that instantly. You know, they're under the gun or whatever the position they are. They're going to be betting into that. We're going to just raise that up a little bit with eights. They're an even money shot, really. We go 50-50 against most hands. And then if we get 4 cards in there, we got a problem, Houston. We come down to about 30% chance, 35% chance, don't we? And we've got a flat floater, Natalie, or whatever, which causes other people in the float, which is always a problem in games like this. The person there on my left doesn't really understand free bet. They didn't realise that they needed to isolate down. So we can isolate in now as well. We should get a straight fold from Natalie because she didn't re-raise. We've got a 9-5. Just trying his luck. We chipped out, which was nice. We could have maybe got someone else along for the ride then. We didn't really want to take a chance, did we? What hands was we letting in there? A 7-9. Yeah, and he basically went for a steal because everybody done the wrong thing. Like all floated. As soon as Natalie floated, she put value in the pot for Khayyam. Khayyam's can float most hands then, only 10 jacks and everything coming floating along, which then causes Cindy to float along, on the button at the time that, with absolutely probably any hand for value, and then the small blind and big blind looked at us still, and that's where we was, weren't we, on that end. And it all because Natalie didn't play the game. She just went for a little, I wonder if I can get in here cheap with 3.5 bigs. 3.5 bigs is not cheap, is it? I've brought into the pot quite a considerable bloody raise. Yeah, look, we've got 4.6 in the pot. We've got asking to call 1 to get 4.6 back. So we're getting 4.6 to 1. So it's a call, which is horrible with a 10-5, but there you go. Oh, we're pinned a 10, which is always good. We're going to stick a bet out, just a min. Just see where we are sometimes on a hand. No one's calling unless they've got a club 3 or 2 or 10 is in my book, or they're drawing to something. So they're drawing with the clubs. So we now make them pay for that. Second card, one more card to come. Is he going to pay 6.5 for it? He won't come over the top. If he will come over the top if he's got it already. That's the thing here with this. Definitely not put him on the queen there, maybe. Hopefully not. Queen of clubs. Paid us off. Let's just see what he paid us off with. Paid us off with an ace 8. 8 of clubs. He didn't even have the nuts draw to the spades. And only had the ace of spades to call on an ace high. So it was an easy bet, easy pot manipulation. We got a full pot out of that one, I think it was. Next time we go for 2.5, I think. Again, we raise up to standard raise from small to big. Pin top pair, top kicker. We know the person pays, so we're going to go 75% a pot. And the chances of having 3-4 here are quite rare, but not ruled out. We're just going to show them cards, A7, just to say, look, we've got top pair, top kicker. We wasn't bluffing you. We want our bets to get through this person a bit more. We don't want them floating in. So when we put a bet in, a sizable bet, we want them to be wary of it and not just float in with a queen jack or whatever, to think about it maybe a bit more. We've done that certainly with over the last couple of hands. We're live, peoples, live. We're going to free bell him up with a pocket pair. A big pocket pair, aces, kings and queens, normally comes over the top of this. Ace king sometimes comes over the top, and an ace queen flats, ace jack flats. Pocket pairs flat from sort of nines, all the way through the range there, twos right up to probably about nines or tens. So look, he's representing a bigger a pocket pair or not. And we're going to raise him up again. We're going to go to 45. Oh, we've got an all in. We're called ace jack. Sixes. Hold. Oh, fuck off. Runner, straight off the end there. God damn it. Runner. Come along and see us. Pop along and see us at FreeDeathTV. Eagles. Just chatting away at the moment to the table. You should take the sixes as a rangefinder. Think about with me re-raising, I'm going pocket pairs. Yep, we've got an ace king again now. Running out the arts at the moment. Looks good. For fuck's sake. Wow. Two Broadways. Two all-ins. Pockets. Versus ace X. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And fair enough. I'll take it that 50% chance of hitting an ace or king. I get 100% of that, but come on, what's the odds of running out of fucking Broadway? Was that 117 to 1 or something? I'll have to check the odds on that, but yeah, two Broadways, two hands, two all-ins in the space of three hands. It's just remarkable odds world we're in today. Let's just see how we run out for the rest of the game. A little bit frustration, two bad beats on the spin. Run a runner, and a made straight. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable, that's all I'm going to say. Well, I'm going to play a short stack game now. No question of it. Very annoyed. It's all over Red Rover. Three to the flush. Fucking limping. Fucking limping. Limping in 10. Wow. Nice. Limping in 10. Well, nice. Fucking wow. Wow. Well, wee. Cindy limped. Please. Animals button. Animals button. Animals button. Animals button. Oh, funny, 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 funny. It's going to be a limpy game. Okay. Limping all my shit there. Right, where's my 10-8 standing on this ball? Oh, what's that? Ace 5, Ace 3, Ace 10. Oh, let's see where we're at. Pocket kings, pocket aces, pocket queens, pocket jacks. That's why she's betting. She's got pocket jacks and she's got a higher pair to the ball. That's why she's confidently betting. But didn't raise it though. Oh, look, I fucking don't like the jack. Yeah, we're going to call you one. Fucking free. What you got? Queen 10. Fair plays. Thank you. Keeping cheap. Showing as much premium as we can so that people understand that bet. Because at the moment, they don't understand a fucking thing on this table, it feels. Kaimaira's got a range set, so he's seen like a rock. And if he's only playing nines and above in a deep stack game, I think he's got a problem, really. I mean, what, pocket fours don't play, pocket twos don't play in a limpy game like this. I mean, if I've got pocket twos here and everyone's limping, I'm limping them. If I set them up, I'm taking everyone's money with a ace king board, so it's an easy game. I mean, look at that for quad fives. Set of sevens. I mean, what's he saying? You don't play these? Mm. Yeah, so carry I'm going to mark them up as being a type person. So at the moment, realistically we're winning on this board, aren't we? If they've not got an ace king or two, we'd be winning, wouldn't we? Unless they've got pocket pair in their hand. But we've seen this person. So suppose if we've got king jack or king eight, or ace king or something. This is that person. They don't know what when they've got a good hand or not. Or they do know they've got a good hand, but they don't know how to bet for the good hand or make money on good hands. And they're losing value pre-flop. Like a lot of hands will call people with a raise. A lot of hands will like to limp in, wouldn't they? Like a king jack off or a 10 jack off or something, or 9 8 off. They all want to limp. Well, if they've limped, then you can punish them a little bit, can't you? You can just raise it up a little bit and they're all going to pay because they're already committed to the pot for something, as long as you don't raise it too much. So you can extort money out of big hands, can't you? Big pocket pair of aces or pocket kings or something. You can go for an extortion. But limping is just not a key, not a good play aspect at all. We know Kyle Hand's a nitty player, so we'll just min raise it, standard raise, and see what we get. We've got a fold from the big and a call from the small. Small's coming in. We're going to put him up to 7.5. Well, he could have the 9. Could have a 5. Could have 5-3. It'd be fully just continuation bet on the turn. We've got a full house. No, wait a minute. What am I talking about? We've still got our chips. He could have 5-7 and he could have 5-3. But we're gonna try and bet him into the pot. Covered him if not. Might feel we're bluffing. He just or she wants to call us. Oh, let's show the 5. He wasn't bluffing. We could put them on the 9 there, all the 3, can't we? Easy now. And we just snapped her hand off, I think, if they had a 5. Oh, now see, well, they've come up with a free bet on Fay bets. Does Fay bets know what free betting is? Will Fay bets do a 4 bet? No, float. Ace Queen, Ace Jack, and the Queen Jack's got over it like this, like a dirty suit. Wowie. Up and down straight jawed, flipping flush jawed, the pair, everything's going on with that one. I'm going to open our 9-7. Got a gap suited connector. Missing out 8. Oh, fake bear going for it here. I'm going to flat it. Float, yeah, probably get a float from Cindy. She's got something premium. No. Ace 4 to a 9-7. It's in a 47% equity. That's what it's all about. And we're talking about hands that have a good EV, a good expected value. And I expect to win with a 5-7 suited. I expect it to win, saying in the region of a win rate of about 1 point. I think it's 1.02 or 1.2. I need to check me numbers. We've got an up and down straight draw going on for a 9 or 4. Don't like the straight. The flush, we're going to put bet in. See where we are. And we've still got that going on there. We're just going to unfire it. We should get folded. They didn't have anything. Yep. I think they become a flush draw when they hit that diamond as well. If they had it at that point, they would go over the top. So they draw into it. And when it doesn't come out on the river, you can easily put a bet in to get that fold going on. So we know this person doesn't like us at the moment. So they should be just whipping around off trying to beat us back. Like re-raising us. And, I hate you. I wonder where they are on that board. Can we put them on an ace or jack? Maybe. Are we calling them down at 54 bigs? Maybe. Checking it down. Ace queen. Oh, the fish. The fish. Fish shit. Yeah. So no, mate, if that's what you think, mate. Yeah, 100%. You are a fish. Fish shit. Fishing. Floating. Ace queen. Big blind. Weak. Streaming all your poor play live on YouTube. Hop along and see us. So very weak James Bond style play going on. I think people see stuff in what's that film? Casino Royale. They see things going on the film Rounders or something. Oh no, they're seeing stuff and then they think they're going to bring that into a $1.10 game, 6 ringed. It just don't work, does it? Does that sort of shit work in this game? No. I was ready to call an all in. You know what I mean? And it's like, where you going with your bet? I don't know. Maybe I could have put a stop betting on the river. Know where I am. But yeah, at no point was there a re-raise. No point did they put in any value betting at all. They only called bets. And when do we bet? We bet for value or for bluffing purposes, and they did neither. They didn't do anything. They just called bets. They're not doing any betting. And that's got to tell you something about a game of poker, isn't it? To brag or to bluff. So betting is for value or for bluffing. What are you doing when you're calling? You're making a bet? I don't think you are. Just floating someone else's bet. You're just holding on to their shirt strings, coat strings. Aggression in poker is, I think, I do believe it's one of the key elements of playing poker. And that doesn't mean to say you're going to be all nonchalant and not talk to people on the table. It's better to be friendly and try and get information out of people as much as you can. Just basic conversation around a table can get you to find some tells on a person. Are they superstitious? Superstitious people love a gamble. They feel that the eight's going to come, which I think is great. It's great in a game, and when you've got sort of player that is betting, they're calling your bets at a 12-1 shot. Think about that. And if you know you're getting 12-1 odds on someone, yeah, they're only going to win if they're lucky once out of 12 times. Wouldn't you bet a lot of money? Because here's the theory of this. If I bet, let's say, 50% of my stack every time I get in that situation with someone, my stack's going to grow 7 times, say, of half a stack. So I'm going to get an extra 3.5 stack sizes. Just keep doing that with that person. When I lose to them a half a stack. All I've lost is half a stack. Well, take that off of the 3.5 I've just won, so I'm now 3 stacks better off. That's about getting your money in. So I don't feel not feeling the ace, not feeling the 7, otherwise people would bet. But maybe we're calling with a 10 here. Maybe we're calling with a 10, with the 3. Anyway. And what did they have? Jack. Queen, sorry. So it's Queen Eye to the board. Calling for whatever. We're not polarised that, but when we're just doing these one bets, we're just asking a question. It's a stop bet a lot of the time. Any increase in the bet size there, we're gonna maybe look with evaluate our hand a little bit more. But we ask questions and we get no answers. We get blank expressions, faces back at us. It makes for a bit of a boring game, you know, when people are not to a standard of play, I suppose. And they're just throwing the dice and then moving the counter. And then if they pass go, they're collecting 200, and if they don't, they don't. And that's how they're playing the game, and they, you know, like a robot. And you know, gradually people get better in the game as time goes on. I love seeing the slow progression of players from when they start realising they're going to start betting premium hands, but then getting a realisation that you miss most flops. You have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting the flop. So there can be days when you're just not hitting them at all. You know, 1 in 3 doesn't even go out and, you know, wash. You're lucky if you're getting 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 or something. So yeah, remember those odds as well when you're in a hand with people. The chances are they haven't hit any cards, especially when it's, you know, like getting into big betting and stuff. It's getting limp, limp, limp. We're gonna pot. So mid position, the hijack. He's now in a position to hijack, which is what he's doing. So he's got pocket aces or whatever. So aces, kings, queens, jacks. No ends. We've got 2 overs on it. Well, we picked up a 9 anyway. We're down a short stack again. We're just going to try and go for a double up, double up. 40 bags. Just fucking limp shit. That's all I'm going to say. Kick was a king or 7. Fish shit. Fish shit. I'm going to re-enter. Re-enter because the play is absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. Which is why it's quite fun. It's great to get bad beats by these wankers and cooler hands, you know, when you're going into the proper heat, or where the idiot's just limping with limping aces. Limp, 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 no. Jockey. Yeah. Fish shit, we call them. Fish shit. Yes. Why am I in this? And why did you not raise it first? So I flop. Why waste everybody's time? Waste everyone's time. Knob. No. Limping. Aces. Fucking shit. You're fucking fish. Fish shit. Fish shit. And fish shit. Fish. Shit. Maybe we can have a cigar. And you can have a cigar. Fucking limp. Oh, Mr. Limp shit. Limp shit. Keep limping, mate. Limping. Keep limping. You will have shit more times than premium. Take the odds. Take the odds. We'll go 8-9 off. Fold. Again, small blind limping, asking no questions of the big blind. Big blind hasn't had to pay anything. Big blind hasn't had to do anything here. Big and Mo, is all we say. Look, 7-3 and called him. So that's a non-educated poker brain, isn't it? Yeah. People go, oh no, but she's got a bluff catcher. Yeah, really? What's she doing in the hand anyway? We should have there again 7-3 off. She put in half a chip for that. She was already committed for half a chip. And she didn't know what the big blind was going to do. Realistically, when she limped to him, he should have raised her. Because you want to come into my pot. I've got one fucking big blind in this, and you're fucking limping in under the gun. Cut off and fucking button, all limp. You're fucking having a fucking giraffe, mate. Keep limping. Limp. We know they're limping aces, we know they're limping kings, we know they're limping queens. So, yeah, fucking bring it on. I don't care. 9-6, ace, king, limp. Bring it on. One of nines. Yeah, there you go. Fish. Shit. Limping in Ace King is a move. Yes. Yeah, so terrible play going on from some people. And, like I'm raising even the shittiest hands. They shouldn't even be here. Ace seven off. I mean, I bet someone had an ace jack or, I don't think they would have called me there. Ace eight, ace nines, ace tens. Probably all had me there, didn't they? In the small pockets. That's good. Hello, Mum. Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry? Hold on 2 seconds. I've just got to turn my mic off. Oh, just get my mic back on. My mum's left now. I just have a big low in the on the game now. I don't know how long I had the other channel up showing as well. I'm not very good at these this streaming like yeah. We're getting there though. Oh my, it's my mum on her phone. All she got to do is pop along and she can see me on the chat and have a chat with me here, but she won't. Someone said to me the other day, why you smoke so much? They're not cigarettes. They're uh, medicinal flower. Helps with the pain. Painful bad beats. We're all about to receive. Still can't believe I had run out two Broadways, like back to back. Felt literally a hand in between. I think that was two Broadways running out like that. It's just a little way. Let's calculator. So it's less than 0.5% to flop a Broadway straight, and the chance of making a Broadway straight by the river is 1.8%. Let's just put that in perspective. 1.8%. It's 55 to 1 shot, isn't it? 55 to 1 shot. 18%. 55 to 1 shot. Well, 1.8%. You know that, and that's with that's with an ace king, and then with the ace jack, them odds are just slightly worse at 1.75. But again, just over 55 to 1, and it happened twice in three hands. It's remarkable odds. It's remarkable odds in a game of poker, really. But it's not to say it's not seen, is it? You can't say it's not seen. Um, Flopping it, looking at 1.1, 1.2%, flopping a Broadway, like 0.32 with an ace king. So, like 312 to 1. And flopping a straight with an ace jack. He's 370 to 1. Fucking hell. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable is all I'm going to say. Just on a break still. So breaking this down over three hands, It's quite a remarkable calculation going on. I mean, if I take the numbers of trials, the successful probability, and the want exactly two successes equals two successes. So we treat each hand independently and trial each 1.8% chance of a Broadway happening, right? So the odds are, the odds of this happening to me is about 1 in 1,047. 1,047 to 1 shot happened to me today. May I better stay indoors. Don't walk underneath any ladders or bridges or anything, I don't know. Unbelievable. So yeah, the odds of so that's one remarkable system. Open it up free. That's one remarkable odds system already that's happened to us today. We'll see if anything else weirdly happens. I've not really kept my eye on much play because I do tend to let it go. But it tends to be the ones where I'm clearly in front, massively in front, and it's a four-card straight, four-card flush. And it's like, well, how many times does that happen? Can we get any true representation on numbers? Not played that many hands today. Pot up with an ace-9 suited. What's he called in with? Is he called in with a king? Just check him in. Check him down. Call him in. Ace-5 got there. Queen 10 is not there. Betting on nothing, just putting bluff bets in. We just need to call him to see what he's calling on, what he originally called him with. You know, Queen 10 suited, ball grey flush in hand is always a good call. But why didn't he make the bet with it? You know, is he because he knows we're betting out all the time? Yeah. Don't like the limps here. I'm just going to flat call the Jack King because we're getting dominated by Ace King, Ace Jacks, all the rest of it. There's Ace on the board. Let's see who bets on the Ace. Rapper expect to have it, you know, but he's in that steal a hijack position. Button also saying he's got some of it. I'll get a straight fold out. Runner's not happening for us, we know. Only happens to the special people. So I'm not one of these people that just plays any two cards or tries bluffing people with bullshit hands and all that stuff. I'm just not a player like that. So you won't see me playing a 7-2 unless I'm in a small blind or big blind. And then the odds might dictate that I'm playing them. Other than that, there's just no reason for be putting money in a pot with a 7-2 off. Against contrary belief, people do believe I play shit like that, but you've got to be kidding me. I do know a player that sees one of his favourite hands, and I put it in there into a range. And here we go again. Look, he wants us to play it. So my mate has a rule: if he gets it 3 times, he plays it. And I'm like, no, there's no hope of God rule about that. It's not a good hand. Don't get involved. So we're going to keep with standard 3. We've gone up to 3 bigs instead of 2.5 because I don't think they understand the odds game anyway. So I think a lot of people just, if they've got the cars they want to call with, they call him, and away we go, don't we? Um, we're going to just tell him we've got it rather than him tossing down, and we'll show him it after. Yeah, premium, it's come down, he's on that push shove range 25 bigs and below, basically, isn't he? He does need to. There's 49 people left in the tournament. He's down to 25 bigs. He needs to make movements, doesn't he? Still getting his limp movements going on. Big blind, which is very frustrating. I think there might be a king there. It's quite, definitely quite plausible. We've got back doors going on and this and the other. It's worth exploring a little bit more. Got a shot on that free now. The free's a nice card out for us. Put him on ace 4, ace 2 now. Ace 7. Ace 7 better. Ace 7 under the gun. That's what you got to think of. I know we've been opening them hands, but if that's the case, he should be opening them, shouldn't they? Any bet wins this pot. Can fold to a 4 bet on that one. Didn't like that. We made a move, he had it. What's the fucking limping going on? Oh, back to limping. I'm going to mark these people up, just in case we bump into them again. Yes, it's the yellow piss sign. What back doors going on? Yeah, so we're down to, so we've gone from like 140s, 120 bigs, and we're down to 75 big blinds now. So we've come to that next stage of our tournament, really. They are very much opening under the guns, and ace-8's out the window now. Ace-7's are gone. Ace-6's are gone. You know, we're only looking really now from about ace-9 suited upwards. The other suited are play position. So if we got like an under, like a ace-5, ace-6, ace-7, ace-8 suited, we'd play closer to the button. Not getting asked any questions of ball at all at the moment, so don't expect an ace here, really, do you? We could have one. Only 5 completes. Set of threes. Set of threes. Threes. Wow. Set of threes from Natalie's. Does not know the game of poker at all. Ace King, Jacks, Ace King. I mean, jeez Louise. Lucky. Lucky shit. And lucky shit. Lucky shit. Oh, man. Good. Good. A set of threes. A set of threes. Forgot to bet. Got to bet. Yeah. Just got your pin 2 pair. Hmm. Limping going on. With, with a premium hand, or any hand that you feel is going to be premium to the end of its life, at the end of the river, like suited connectors or suited cards, you know, like flushing cards, king flushes, ace flushes. You know, 6-9 suited here actually plays because of the straight flush possibility. You know, that's the simplest reasoning here. The flush, the straight flush. The 2 pair, the full house, the miss. Other people's coming for bet. Probably continuation. A little bit over. It's just gone for 50% of the pot. So he's looking either got half out or actually got something. They've got a 10 or 2. Doesn't want them continuing. Aces. Yay. Aces. Freeze didn't ask a question pre-flop. Could have re-raised him and he would have gone all in and he could have folded. He'd still been in the game, I think. There's some chips. And I feel like a lot of people feel like it's well, it's just a double up. It's the full aggression, all in. But it does jeopardise your tournament at that point. You're putting your whole tournament on the line if someone's got your chip covered. If they're not, then yeah, there's warrant for taking a gamble and spin up. Occasionally, because it can make your tournament, it can put you into the stratosphere, can't it? Let's ask a question of him, see where he's at. So he's early position under the gun with his standard 2.4, and well, this could be an all-in, all-out. How good does he feel with his king? Could he be ace-9? I think we're going to go 75% of the pot. It's coming all in over the top. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're fish shit. Fish. Fish shit. Yep. That's this the check raise. I get. Oh, come on. Where are we if we didn't have a check raise in us? It's like frequencies and you know like when this person's coming again, he's had fucking 3 premiums straight away. I don't believe it. So, you know, one time he's bluffing, one time he ain't, is he? Probably caught him on the time he's not. Can be dodgy. Where are we? 21st, 30 people. 23 people paid, so only another 7 people to go. We want to get the flush before we bet on it, I think. No, we're not putting any money in the pot. We really ain't got the blinds to feather out yet. So they've got an ace. Might have 2 pair on the board already. We're not folding for 1 big blind. The ace 2. Limpy, limpy, limpy. Limpy, 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 limpy. Saved us a lot of money. Because they're passive shit. players because there's two big blinds to see a flush draw down the river. Unbelievable. We're going to raise him up. Jack King against big blind is quite favoured. Again, Queen 10 against the small and big. Get a fold round. No. Raise up on a button to position. No, he's got us dominated really, hasn't he? Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, a pair, all these sort of hands. Ace X is just called, or pocket pair small. Ace X, King X, could be absolutely any two cards there from Natalie. Premium look, i.e. 4-5 suited, 7-8 suited, could be Jack King, could be Ace 10 aces, could be absolutely anything. Strips out the ball, which is quite good. We've got an all in for 24 bigs. I'm just going to go continuation bet. 7.5 bigs. As if we ain't really got it, we've got Ace X. It's relatively half our stack, so the rest of it's coming in on the turn. They should realise that. They should, if you're going to call that bet, there you go. There you go. And the odds, again, got an odd situation there of the flush running out. Let alone a full house appearing on the board. But come on, just fucking odds of the flush when other two people have the two things going on. You need a 6 for the straight. What's she got behind her? Okay. Picked up a king. Like 2 pair, 5, 7, 8, 8, 5. There you go. 4, 7. Bye. Got queens. We've got a little ogre. We just come in a bubbling situation, so we don't want to dunk off too many chips. We're checking. We've got a 6 for a straight. We've got 2 diamonds for a flush. We have a straight there. Ace 9. Maybe could have got value on the river. I'm not sure. It was the ball, the flush, had a straight, had a limper. We was all over the place for that ball, wasn't we? Didn't know where he was. With an any 2 card merchant. Yeah, and the any 2 card merchant there had ace 9 suited, didn't he? Ace 9 off, sorry. Ace 9 off. Yeah. 1.4 to win 4.5. That just gives us 3-1, just over on our money front. And we've got all hands like Jack 9, 10, 9, all that sort of shit coming into that play there, aren't there? I think we're straight back there. Don't need to get involved. And we have 5 ring table. We're quite premium with where we're at with pocket 8s. Heading up against Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack. All the Ace X's. Or small pocket pair. No bigger pocket pair. Come on the 8s. Oh, come on, mate. So we gave him a double up. Just be careful. But everyone's folded round to us. Gut shot with Jack. Jack or six, basically, aren't we? I think we put some value in there. Jack or six. Ace queen. Jack king. I think we're folding. No point calling for either a split pot or worse. Raise. Easy win with a 5-4 suited. People put us on aces there when we do that. You know, that's the beautiful thing with that bet. When you've been having a standardised bet in 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3, 3, whatever, and then all of a sudden you just do this min raise and go, oh, he's leaking for a re-raise, you know. So they tend to back out with a lot of premium hands that you're probably not even beating half the time. All right, we're flat calling. Is he going to rep the ace? Has he got an ace? Oh, look, no, he doesn't. Okay, see you later, Ed. Okay, so back into the decent standing. And you got to feel that, you know, the small blind really got an ace. Oh, I've got an ace. Let's see yours. How big yours is. You know, oh, you haven't. You've got a king eye. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can only really do them sort of bets if you've got some of that board and you feel like the person hasn't got any of that board. Yeah. And then we're just on the cusp of the bubble. So next two people gone and then the money starts. So people become very weary. And look, we've got a hand we could play against certain size stacks, but 60, 80 bigs, 80 bigs is just not one of them. Definitely play that against the 12. Wouldn't like to take on a 40 or the 60 either on this table, to be honest. You know, I don't really want to chip down just taking them on and they're going to hit out on hit a jack on my ace king board or something, you know. Yeah, king eight of hearts, the Eddie had. King eight of hearts on a queen of hearts, six of heart board. I suppose he had a backdoor flush draw, um, you know, and a king eye on it, you know. But where's he think with the queen, the ace, and the six? He's quite confident when he put that bet in. I hadn't got any of that. It's a bit silly. And when you put all your money in, you are asking the question, but it's not a good way to ask the question, is it? Because if you get the answer wrong, the answer's wrong from coming back, you are out, you're gone. So you jeopardise your whole existence in a tournament on one spin. Whereas you don't need to, do you? You just got to put a raise in, a minimum raise, a standard raise, nothing extravagant. Yeah, you put your raise in, and then you get answers back. You get your answers straight back off the people. Uh, so what we're down to now, still the 25 people. Let's just have a look at where they are tournament wise. So we've got Bong, Man Bong, and Quinta Crea. We've got 44k and 77k. 44k, 77k. They're down and out in Beverly Hills, aren't they? Yeah, so they're going out very soon. So we're getting a push from the bottom. on our big blind. I think we'll take him on. We'll take him on. We'll best bet into the board. I think we could maybe 75% it. I think you're going to pay that. Nearly. We nearly got him to pay. I think he was full out and out bluffing, trying to steal from a position, which is what he's supposed to do there. I suppose if we looked his stats up, he probably steals about 80% or something. So get him. I get what he's done there. He's done the re-raise the question back, but then he didn't like the river question, did he? If he had any of the board, I think he might have called us for a bluff catcher. But yeah, he was putting a lot of chips on the line. Yeah, he won't steal from us as often now. You know, he'd pick his moment a bit more. He might start stealing from the high jack or the low jack. Cut off, sorry. Oh dear. The 3 in the tiger. As soon as the button fold, we become the button. So that's why we always raise that position, basically, when we're in it, because we become that button. The button never limps. Button always steals if it can. And the button should fold a lot of the time as well. It's still a fold position, isn't it? You know what I mean? You still got to be folding out your shit hands. But there's also hands that you can include in that position, can't you? Like a 10-8. You know, one of my favourite hands in poker. Yeah, why not? Why not incorporate a 7-8 suited or a 7-5 suited or a 5-9 suited or something? You know, why not incorporate a big free gap connector? Just going to slow play whilst the bubble goes through. There's these people now on the list. They're trying to ladder up. Bongo, Quinter's come up one place. They're all from 21st place and below is like 76k. 76 grand in the grand scheme of things with 12 grand blinds. Like six bigs left. I'm going to go 2.5 on him. His button. On him this time. We've got him on 2 pair. I'm going to standardise 2. So I'm going to raise him 13. Could have ace 10, ace queen. Oh, I doubt it. I think it could be like queen X or something. Putting him all in. It's got a flush draw. Ah, fucking hit it. Fucking lucky prick. Lucky shit. Yeah. 9 to 2 shot. Lucky knob. Lucky knob jockey. Fucking shit, mate. So all in can get a lot of hands to fold there, even ace kings. Even though they've got me chip covered easily, do you know what I mean? Fucking knob jockey. Lucky. Shit. Jack 8 to Jack 8. Both jack asses here, aren't we? We're still on. He's taking our thunder, old Motter. We're going to fucking max it up, though. We've got a fold equity behind. Ace Jack. Come on, the King 5. The 5's out the door. And the King's out the door. And another King for last. Take that. So back to a position we can hold. So we just sit there again. And we're basically going to play down now to like the 15 big range before we're looking at shoving shove cards, unless we get a shove set or premium in our hand, then we go for a shove. We still have a shove range on from 25 bigs and below. So we still are shoving aces, kings, queens, jacks. On the shove list there is still ace, king off, queen off, jack off, 10 off, 9 off. Can defend the position. You have to think that there's not a king jack out there would be ignorant, wouldn't it? You know, just be a stupid thing if you're thinking at the moment. Three would really piss me off now, wouldn't it? But you know, like, what am I calling on with a bet? I'd be calling for big blinds now, wouldn't I? Because I've got back door, I'm flush drawn and gut shotted. So it's like choose your moments, really, isn't it? So the premium that was straightforward with a jack 5. It's not a premium at all. And when I say premium, I mean there's no positive EV on the jack 5 off, so even on the button. It's a borderline hand. Jack 5 suited on the button does have some expected value. 2, 5, 3 off is just to fold. Easy hands to fold. They don't look pretty at all, do they, people? 2, 3 off, the little slick, as opposed to the big slick being an ace king. It's the paired ball. King eyed, you know, like under the gun is the one that's supposed to have all the aces and all the kings there, isn't he? So remember, we're on a 5 ring now, not that one person's not there. With that just that one person being gone means that our range from like we talked about earlier, the ace 9 off, could now come down to an ace 8 off. Oh, your king, yeah. The king 9 off is comes down into a king 8 off. What 1.5 to get 4? I think if we call big blinds calling, and we get the value into the hand, which we got. How much of that do we want? Don't know. I can't bet on a king 9 board. We have a straight developing, but also a flush one. It's come straight out there, isn't it? We've got to put a bet in to just see where everybody is. We've got to fold. We end up with a high card. And it's a case of, do we bet in a nice little amount? You've got a 10. I mean, where's he going? Jack 10, though. Jack 10 off. Jack 10 off. MP. P. On the shit list. I've got a short blind, isn't it? We could run into something. There you go. It's one of them things. The markup could blow. Pissy. He's raised 10 jack off under the gun. It's like, well, what the fucking hell are you thinking? You're 20 bigs. Not really a hand to be thinking about opening, is it? Under the gun? In any situation. Unless you're deep stacked and you want to be gambling a little bit, because that's what you're doing there. Yeah, then run out 4-card flush. But yeah, we won't bet him off it. Lucky we kept it thin. Because if we'd have gone pot, he'd have paid. We'd have lost. So we're down and out in Beverly Hills in 15 to 16 people. It's easily quite ladderable. We could just sit here and go down to 5 or 6 bigs before we look at a push-shove range. But I think we just might as well just do what we're going to do, innit? Try and get value in there. No. Tiger's just bubbling up, trying to ladder off. We've got the best flop of us we could have asked for. Getting a fold now, I think. Is he running out of flush straight? Third of his stack. I'm nearly all in. Show him the 5. Don't think he was calling with a shove pre-flop. No. I think we got as much value as we could out of that hand. Just think he wanted to try and protect his big blind. I thought he was just trying to steal. I think that was the one. With the pair ball, he done the natural finish, was betting to it. He can't just fold to a re-raise there. He's only committed 1 chip, so he might as well call the other 1 chip, and you know what I mean? So he's caught between a devil and a deep blue sea. You see this a lot normally with people who get greedy on a river, where they think that they're absolutely in front, and they put in that river bet when they didn't have to. The person's checked to them, but they know that that person's been betting all the way down to the river, and under greed circumstances they put that other bet in, which the person's made the fucking flush, the straight or whatever, and they don't see it, and hey presto, they're coming over the top of you. And that's when the check raise is really properly used, is through that river situation, when you've got that person committing to the pot. They've already committed 30, 40 big blinds. They ain't going anywhere for another 10, are they? 15. You've got them pinned. And yeah, that's great that they're sticking in 3 big blinds, 3 big blinds, 3. Yeah, by the river, we've got, 15 big blinds in there or whatever, or whatever the pot might be. I think we're going to give it up this time. Even though we know he plays very loose. Need a bet here. Oh, that's nice. Look at it. What's he done? I'm going to pot it. This guy's well chipped. I think he's got ball and wants to play some hands. That's where he's at. That's why he's opening. Just standardising. I think he's chip leader at the moment, isn't he? We put him in that position. Yeah, second. Yeah, we put him in second. Lucky gonad. I think we're sitting in like seventh we are, yeah. Let's pot. When we bet him, we're going to pot out. We've got a float. We got a float. I think we're going to bet into that pot. 75. Harvey stack. Oh, fuck me, he's floated it. Flatted it. Straight in there. Very frustrating. Pocket pair, tens. Got overs to him. Oh. There's none of that. That's 3 sets, 2 days. Tens. So 3 times I've gone up against, in fact 4 times I've gone up against tens in the last 2 days. And in 3 of the occasions they've set it out on me. Quite remarkable odds really. When we look at that over hands, you know. And this is the worrying of online poker sometimes. Because, you know, people go, oh, you're seeing so many ads. No, I've only played one tournament. I've had 2 Broadway straights run out on me on over close to 3 hands. I mean, that was 1,047 to 1 odds. You know? So when it's like that, you've got to just be wary. It's a wary place to be. What are we now at? Therefore, I'm going to probably call that session of time. Yeah, we're going to call that one. Happy days. We're here again. We're